Well, speaking of, kind of disgusting things.
Okay.
You're going to love this. And I know our fans are going to love this in the chat room.
Okay.
Seamen contaminated flutes might have been given to children, a California school official says.
Come on.
Seamen contaminated flutes.
Oh, my God. Where to even start with it? You know what? Just start reading the story. I'm sure I'll have some ideas on this in a minute.
All right. Several school districts in Southern California warned parents this weekend that flutes and recorders given to children through a nonprofit music program may have been contaminated with bodily fluids.
Oh, my God. Where are these from? The Jared subway?
At least one district specified that those fluids could have been semen.
Oh, God.
Local, state, and federal agencies are investigating a male music teacher who visited schools in Southern California through a program called Flutes Across the World.
Oh, God.
Maybe they should just rename that Skin Flutes Across the World.
At least these students are getting some quick example of what it's going to taste like when they blow on something hard and cylindrical.
Right.
Jesus. Jizz-covered flutes.
Right.
Wow.
According to updates from the Saugus Union School District, which serves the Santa Clara region, the performer distributes a flute-like musical instrument. It's flute-like.
Flute as in what? A piccolo?
Made of PVC pipe or bamboo to students during a music lesson. And the allegation is that he contaminated some of the instruments with semen.
So how did he do it? Did he do it individually, or did he have them all in a box and he jerked off into the box?
I don't know.
Ugh.
Well, what I want to know is how did that even become discovered?
Probably went to play and their fingers got stuck to the fucking... Hey.
These allegations are deeply concerning, and I realize they raise many questions. Yeah, we have a lot of questions here.
Yeah, we got quite a few here.
The California Department of Justice and the U.S. Postal Service, now how did they get involved?
The Postal Service?
Yeah, were among the agencies investigating the program, the district said. Lucid said children were never alone with the music specialist, who was not a district employee.
Yeah.
The Saugus district urged students who had an instrument from the Flutes Across the World program to place it inside of a paper bag and contact the Santa Clara Valley Sheriff's Department.
Leave it in a paper bag for 30 minutes. If there's no puddle on the bottom of the fucking bag, it's safe to play.
Right.
Yeah.
At least 13 school districts in Southern California were potentially affected.
Now, these things are made out of bamboo, or are they silver, like a school flute?
It didn't say flute. It just, they said recorders and, like the bamboo type flutes, I guess.
Because wouldn't cum stand out on a fucking piece of bamboo?
You would think so.
I mean, it would look like a gnarly stain, wouldn't it?
You would think.
All right. Our fine fans, find me a cum-covered fucking bamboo flute.
Yeah.
Somebody look that up and just put that in the chat room, please. Cum-covered bamboo flute.
Right. The same one that Kwai Cheng Kang played on Kung Fu. LAUSD spokesperson Shannon Haber said one school in the district may have been involved and that parents there should be notified.
All right.
We will continue to provide updates to our families as they become available, she said. We are deeply disturbed by the allegations and remain committed to the safety and the well-being of our students.
Can you imagine making that phone call?
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Jones, just wanted to let you know that your daughter, Kimberly,
Man.
might have been playing a flute that had jism on it.
Yeah. It was a cum-stained flute.
Yeah. We don't know how the cum got there, ma'am.
Right.
Do you have any other questions?
We're still investigating.
Yeah.
The Fullerton School District sent parents a similar notice on Saturday stating that the presenter from the program, through a partnership with the Orange County Philharmonic Society, had visited 2 elementary schools in the district over the past academic year, conducting workshops with 4th through 6th grade students. The district said the flutes from these programs did not need to be tested or collected, according to the local police.
Jesus.
This is an epidemic of cum-stained flutes.
How in the fuck? I mean, if you donate clothes to Goodwill,
Yeah.
the first thing they do is clean them.
Yes.
Even if they're cleaned.
Right.
Even if you brought them in from a dry cleaner, they're still going to wash them. Because that's like the first thing you do with anything used.
Yeah, but the problem here is this individual teacher.
Yeah.
He goes from school to school to school distributing these instruments.
But doesn't the music teacher fucking inspect them first?
Well, he is the music teacher.
Oh, but you said they were passed out.
From the music teacher.
Oh, but he's not like a full-time music teacher at
No,
the
he's
school?
an independent guy.
But isn't there a music teacher at the school that
No.
runs the band?
No.
So who teaches them fucking music?
The guy.
Oh, and he just floats from... I've never heard of that.
Yeah, because they've cut out a lot of things like driver's ed and music programs and stuff, and they put it out there from, like freelance people.
Well, please tell me old Salty Webfingers is in jail now.
Well, again, somehow they determined that this guy was, a suspect or responsible.
Yeah.
So he went from school to school to school as the instructor, and then he passed out the instruments that he brought with him.
Oh, my God. Do you think he was jerking off thinking about the students he was about to give the flutes to? Ooh, I'd like to put my fucking load on little Kimberly.
Right.
Put it on her flute. Ugh.
So,
what a sick fuck.
Right. Although presenters at our school are never alone with children and are always supervised by a teacher or school staff in abundance of caution, this presenter will not return to the Fullerton School District. The district.
Oh, gee, thanks. Thanks for that. That would make me feel better as the parent on the other end of the call.
Right.
Just so you know, we're not going to let him back in. That's all right. You already made my daughter swallow his jizz.
Right.
Maybe not having him back's not enough, you fucking assholes. Wow.
We were informed that this individual has worked in a number of school districts through California, and we have no evidence to suggest any of our students were connected with the investigation.
Okay.
As a word of the investigation spread, CBS Los Angeles reported that many parents felt sickened by the news and were returning the potentially contaminated flutes to local law enforcement agencies.
Well, that's nice.
My kids have brought these flutes home. They're putting their mouths on it, and they're playing with the instruments, Tootie Balta said, a parent from Fountain Valley District. And for someone to contaminate it with their bodily fluids, that's disgusting.
And then they're kissing their mom goodnight.
Right. My kids could have gotten sick. Chantel Yukata, spokesperson for the Orange County Philharmonic Society, told the Orange County Register that the group had sponsored the Flutes Across the World program in 6 classrooms in the 3 years. They were one of several arts organizations to sponsor the program, she added, but wouldn't be doing so anymore. We're not doing this anymore.
Well, gee, nice plan.
We were so shocked and disgusted.
I gotta say, that's an appropriate use of the word shocked.
Yeah.
This is a seriously shocking story.
It is.
This is one time I'm not upset that the word shocked is in a story.
Right.
This is horrible.
We will be stepping back from this, to use a Chris Aikinism.
Yeah.
There are no plans to continue it in the future.
Okay.
It's unclear what prompted the investigation or how the school officials came to suspect the flutes may have been contaminated. Authorities have not named the subject of the investigation. There was no response to an email to the California Attorney General's office on Sunday.
Because all the keys were stuck together from
Right.
playing flutes. Jesus.
John Zetkra, the founder of Flutes Across the World, did not respond to requests for comment on Saturday. The website and the Facebook account for the group appeared to be taken down as of Sunday morning. However, the cached version of the site described it as an international humanitarian organization which children make 2 flutes, one to keep and the other one to give to a child elsewhere in the world.
Oh, great.
Each flute is decorated by hand as a photo tied onto it, and inside is placed a personal handwritten note by the flute giver to their unknown flute friend in other parts of the world. They decorate a pair of flutes with symbols of peace, unity, and healing, and jizz. They learn to play music from diverse cultures through listening and watching, and the oldest way we learn music and language in the world today.
Everything about this story is just awful. The whole idea of the program is like decent and humane. And
Yeah.
good. And like everything else, it just gets turned to shit.
Well, maybe he was dipping his flute into the mouth of the sex doll.
God, do you think some of these flutes are going to end up having fecal matter on them?
Yeah,
too?
they were siphoning the jizz out of the sex doll with the flutes.
Oh, God.
The California-based group said it had since its founding in 2009 conducted hundreds of workshops with thousands of children in the United States and internationally. It led music mission in Haiti, the Philippines, Honduras, on Native American reservations, as well as sent flute ambassadors to Nepal, Africa, Southeast Asia. Flutes Across the World planned on expanding its program to Indonesia this year. A Twitter account for the group has remained publicly visible Sunday. Its last tweet was dated August 21st and showed an array of colorfully decorated flutes reportedly sent from the United States to the Philippines.
Yeah, all of them had a salty white gleam on them.
Yeah, they were all decorated with jizz.
Ugh. This fucking guy should be given the death penalty.
If he's convicted, yeah.
I mean, if he's convicted, they're going to give him some fucking shit sentence, too. They're going to give him like 2 years or something. Shouldn't a guy like this just be executed? I mean, honestly, is there any reason to keep that guy living another day?
Not really, no.
Just execute him. Man, what the fuck?
You, sir, will be smoking a jizz-covered flute in hell.
Oh, God. That story is really, really sickening.
It is. It's disgusting, man.
Ugh, that was horrible.
Yeah.